Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me.
You're in the thick of the action as these three-dimensional pirates dunk the town's magistrate, auction its fair maidens, and set the whole village ablaze.
Yo-ho, yo-ho, a pirate's life for me.
Hey there kids, welcome back. David from Atomic Candy, and right now I am open by chance, and what I am opening up with for you today is something cheese-tastic. That's right, I said cheese-tastic. Knock-off action figures, no-name action figures, although this one technically does have a name because these were manufactured by, ready for it, Woolworth and Company. Do you remember Woolworths? They went out of business in the early to mid 90s. They went bankrupt. They were the modern day equivalent of Family Dollar. They were like a dollar store operation, although some of them had a small delicatessen in them where you could sit down and have like breakfast food sort of thing. That was rare though. Most Woolworths were basically dollar stores, but they produced a lot of their own figures in a factory in China, including a great deal of knockoffs. For example, Galaxy Warriors. Galaxy Warriors were manufactured in the 80s by Woolworth, and they were a ripoff of Masters of the Universe. They also produced two other lines called Action Heroes and US Command Squad. Action Heroes and US Command Squad. And those were knockoffs of G.I. Joe. 3 3/4 inch articulated figures that kinda looked like Joe's, but they sure as hell weren't. And what I have here is a set of Action Pirates, although right here it says Action Pirate because I guess the apostrophe S would have cost too much. $3.99. $3.99, and that is a printed price. That is not a sticker. It's on all of them. $3.99 is a lot for an 80s action figure, especially a cheesy knockoff like these, because I mean, $3.99 is what you would have paid for a Masters of the Universe figure in the 80s. And these were probably produced, early to mid-80s, around 85-ish by Woolworths. And they're just basic pirate figures. And I believe they made a set of Western figures like this as well. And it's the same body mold on all 4 pirates. The body is the same. They're just colored and dressed differently, and they are dressed because you can see that is a real headscarf, vest, and shirt that he's wearing. This guy has a jacket, hat, and scarf. Scarf, shirt, and vest again, and then another jacket, scarf, and hat combo. So it's mixed media. The weapons, they all have identical weapons, and he's also holding a pistol. If you can see it there in his right hand, each one of them is holding a pistol. And if you are into super cheesy, cheese-tastic action figures, this is what you're looking for. And there is a big market for knockoffs, actually, especially Masters of the Universe and Thundercats, particularly the ones that come from South America, are in high demand with some collectors. And these have an action feature. There's actually like a button on the back of it that makes his right arm swing up and down, so you can make him swing his sword or draw his pistol. And you see that's the same artwork on the front of every card. All of the artwork is the front on every card. And the artwork is also the same on the back of the card. And I'll turn one over. You see here there is just a rudimentary sketch on the back of the card. Action Pirate, collect them all, and you see a sketch of all 4 of these pirates. So yes, indeed, I do have the complete set. There's a barcode there. Barcodes were being experimented on packaging from the late 70s and through the 80s. People don't realize that it's been around that long because they didn't start actually scanning barcodes until the 90s. They used the barcodes in warehouse production earlier than that, and then they started using them retail market. So I do have the complete set here, and to me that's particularly special because I have seen the Action Pirate figures before, but I've never seen one on the package except for the 4 that you see here. I've seen them loose, no accessories, not even with their clothing on. Every once in a while they turn up somewhere, they're at a show, or someone on Facebook found one at Goodwill or something and they're like, does anyone know what this is? Well, I know what they are. They're the Woolworth Pirates. It's just super cheese-tastic action figures. I think they're pretty cool, and I love the fact that I've got the whole set. Had to pull these out of the vault for you today and just show them to you. If you're into this kind of action figure, I figure that you would probably appreciate that. Now the cards, believe it or not, are pretty sturdy. These cards, I'll pick this up. That's a solid card back. And I've seen action figures made by real manufacturers that had paper thin cardboard. And this is a solid piece of cardboard. The blister, however, is very fragile on these. This one's not bad. It's got a dent on the top. No yellowing on them. There's a little dust right there. I got to take care of that. But there's no real yellowing. But all of them have like a dent or some kind of minor split. I think this one is actually the worst split, where his head struck the top of this, or perhaps it was depressed too much and it cracked. But these blisters are so paper thin that if I pressed in on one hard, I'd probably split it. Or like this one down here, this other pirate. And these pirates have no names, so it's this one and that one, sorry. Where his foot kind of cracked it a little bit on the bottom there. But you know, that's alright, because like I said, never seen these on the card before, except for this set that I have right here. And so I just wanted to share this with you today. You know, if you're into this sort of thing, are you into this sort of thing? Are you into the vintage kind of cheesy counterfeit and knockoff and sort of like private production action figures like this? I think probably the most famous one would be the Blue Stormtrooper. Who remembers the Blue Stormtrooper? That's probably the most sought after knockoff action figure that's out there. So are you into this kind of an action figure? Tell me in the comments section down below. Let me know what you think about these. And they're about 5 inches tall, by the way. They're about the same height as Masters of the Universe figures. So what do you think of these? Is this something that you're interested in? Do you collect vintage counterfeits or vintage knockoff action figures? Have you ever seen these before? Or any of the other obscure Woolworth action figure lines? Tell me about it in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear your story. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. I hope you did. I hope you enjoyed just seeing this little display of vintage obscurity. Share the video if you can. Subscribe if you are new. Find us on Instagram. Open by Chance on Instagram. I like to put a lot of things on Instagram and try to share with the community. See how... Did I mention that? I'm sure I did. That their accessories are all the same exact accessories. It's like they couldn't even be bothered to change the colors. They just pressed them out and put them in the package. And most of those are probably the same ones that they used with other action figure lines that they had produced. Because I believe they made cowboys and Indians, and they might have made some like Revolutionary War figures or something like that. I seem to recall seeing knockoff like Revolutionary War figures. But again, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Check out some of our other showcase videos and any of our other videos. We do a lot more than showcases on this channel, but I'm doing a showcase today. And I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon.
An entirely new kind of family entertainment. Pirates of the Caribbean. An audio animatronic experience you'll never forget. See it now at Disneyland.